Well, despite the result not going our way tonight, I can certainly say that was a entertaining game to watch tonight at The Rock. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is Trevor, and tonight I will be reviewing the 2-1 shootout loss for the New Jersey Devils against the Florida Panthers. So, where do we begin? Great crowd for a Tuesday. Let me say it for that. This crowd was on its feet, electric the whole night. They came out and they got a good game. So you got your money's worth again for this one. So we found out before the game, as I mentioned in my pregame report, there would be some game time decisions. Unfortunately, the rumors were true that I heard this morning. Stefan Nason was the one with the illness. Him and his whole family has got it bad right now, so prayers up to them. Hopefully it's a fast recovery for Nason and we can see him in the next game. We'll know for a fact if he makes the road trip or not to Toronto, so hopefully Nason can rejoin the team. Sheldon Keefe did say after the game he is the only one that he knows of that has the illness, so thank God it did not spread to the rest of the locker room, but hopefully Nason can rejoin the team soon. So he's out. He was out tonight, and his presence was missed. You know, as I said in the pregame report, that guy that can drive to the net, get those goals down in front, could have used him in overtime if we had him, but again, what are you going to do? Just wasn't meant to be. But the game itself, I mean, that was a playoff type game in January, folks. Nothing more else needs to be said. You got back and forth action, great defensive hockey, and the action didn't pick up until the third period. It was a slog. It was a defensive fest. It was who was going to break first, which coach was going to outsmart the other. And we finally got it in the third period early on. It was Jesper Bachfest, of all people, the former Devil. What are the odds of that happening again? Former Devil against his old team. So he makes it 1-0 for Florida. But not even 2 minutes later, Nico Hischier ties it up. I thought it was Nathan Bastian at first because it was down at the other end of the ice where I'm sitting, but it was announced that Nico got the goal. So, oh, captain, my captain, his 20th goal of the season. Who would have thought it would be Nico Hischier, the first to 20 for the Devils, and his fourth straight season for 20 goals. So, way to go, captain. 1-1 at that point. We had a brawl in the third period. All 10 players went at it. It got chippy. It felt like a playoff game tonight. It really did, man. I was on the edge of my seat. I should not have been that way for a game in January, but here we are nonetheless. Game's winding down. Both goalies on their game. Markstrom again played impressive tonight. And we go to overtime again. The third straight game the Devils go to overtime. So, I mean, I'll take it because that's 3 guaranteed points no matter what the results have been. But I don't know, man. The overtime was strange. Each team had a couple chances. Jack made a big mistake, big turnover. Devils had a couple chances of their own, but just a defensive masterclass tonight by both teams. Both teams played their hearts out. And it's a shame that we couldn't really crown a true winner. Because I fucking hate the shootout. Abolish that shit. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, well, because the Devils have sucked in shootouts for a decade now. You have a bias agenda. Part of the reason. But in this day and age, where we have 3-on-3 hockey, make that shit longer. It can't. If you made it 10 minutes, you would get a goal. Guaranteed you would get a goal 90% of the time. With that much open ice, a team would eventually score. Especially these two caliber teams. It sucks that it had to go to a shootout. It sucks. Because I just know it's going to end in a loss. Because it's Devils. But, I mean, it's just lame ending games this way at this point with a skills competition. Paul Carter did an amazing move. I'll give him that. Gave the Devils a 1-0 early edge. I'm like, oh, Christ, we actually scored a goal for once in this? Wow, I was expecting 2 done, and we're out of here. Florida tied it round 1. Both teams missed round 2. Jack Hughes went out there round 3. Missed. Florida scored round 3, and that was the dagger. That was the ending. I don't know why they keep putting Jack Hughes in shootouts. His shootout numbers suck. But I guess when you're the team superstar, he has to go out there. And I'm going to say this about Jack Hughes, and even in that overtime, he continues to play hero. He continues to try to end it all, man. Jack, calm it down, buddy. You don't need to be the magician. You don't need to be the hero. He almost caught the Devils big time in that overtime period. A bad turnover that, thank God, it rang off the iron for Florida, because that was going to be a game winner. So, unfortunate ending. I can't be mad tonight. I really can't. Folks, the Devils went 2-0-1 against the defending Cup champions this season. And the one tonight is a shootout, which is something that doesn't happen in the playoffs. If these two teams meet come April, that is a series I would want to watch if they played like tonight, if it's like tonight. And I know the Florida Panthers are on a back-to-back, but still, man, both these teams went at it. I think it would be an entertaining playoff series. I really would if these two meet. They wouldn't meet until the conference finals, unfortunately, because of how the new seeding works, but nevertheless. Yeah, so disappointing ending for sure. The shootout sucks. I hate it. But I can't be mad. Nothing. Played their hearts out tonight. Great game. Great game to attend. It just sucks it had to end in a shootout. Man, that's my only gripe. But what are you going to do? So, that's going to do it for tonight. The next game is this weekend. Actually, the next 2 of this weekend. It's the annual weekend back-to-back matinee. Boom. Nailed it the first time. 12:30 Saturday, 1 p.m. Sunday, all right? And then next week, I think there's one as well, yeah. But that's for next week. So this Saturday, we will see the Philadelphia Flyers for the first time. So the Battle of the Turnpike begins with 3 games in a couple weeks. So fun. One of the last remaining teams the Devils haven't played this season. So there you go. So that it will be then. That is tonight. It is over. I'm going to go home and get warmed up on a late night. I ain't getting home to nearly 1 a.m. tonight. So, fun. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Trevor. I'll see you for the next one.